a little bit after 3 p.m. We started the show a little later today. My name is Nicholas Cabrera and my co-host, Tony Newell. And
Hello,
we
everybody.
are in the city with Resource City, episode 2, Numero Dos.
Numero dos.
Numero Dos. Tony, we missed you last week, man. Where were you?
I told you I'd have to kill you.
Oh,
Yeah. No, it was a little community board that I'm on. You know,
Okay.
doing my thing, giving back to the community.
okay.
Serving on a board that I was appointed to recently. So I had some official business, but now I am back.
Well, welcome.
Back for this spectacular show. I think we have about 3 million live viewers right now.
Oh, wow. Look at
And,
that. You're right. We do have
yeah.
3 million live viewers.
Yeah.
Oh, it just went up to 5.
Oh, awesome.
And it's back to 4 because you started talking again.
So who is this very good looking gentleman?
Oh, that's right. We do
here
have a
next
guest
to
with us today. Elliot Durant III of Pure Water Factory. Elliot, thank you for joining us today on In the City with Resource City.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're the live talk show here at Miami Community Newspapers. By the way, this show does stream live every Thursday at 3 p.m. Facebook and YouTube. And Elliot, it is such a pleasure to have you on our show today. Second episode. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much, Nicholas.
Yeah, man.
This is truly a joy and a pleasure, and I'm proud, actually, of you.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. We got to be proud of Tony too, though.
I am.
No, listen.
I'm proud of you too, Tony, I must say, but I see this young man just blossoming and becoming, he's called the Prince of Coral Gables, you know. But I see him actually moving possibly up a level very shortly. He does so many things between the Gables Walk and Ride and where we met at Illuminate Coral Gables.
Illuminate Coral Gables.
Yes, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But I have to say this though, because he wasn't expecting this.
I wasn't.
So yes, this man here. I met you when you were what? 16?
Probably about 16.
16
Yeah.
or 17, maybe even younger.
Oh,
at
I've
one
seen
of his
those
father's-
pictures of those big classes.
Yeah.
And I and every other person in the audience, because he was giving a speech for his father.
Oh.
And I and everyone else around us said, this is the kid to watch. He's going to be mayor of the city one day or something, but at minimum mayor, because he's a natural and he's a good person. And yeah, we're very lucky to have him and part of the team. So,
Oh, yeah.
Thank you both. It's very
Thank
humbling.
you.
No, thank you both. Thank you. Elliot, again, thanks for being on the show with us today.
Hey, my pleasure.
Would you tell us a little bit about Pure Water Factory and, well, where the idea came from?
Absolutely. So I came out here about 1.5 years ago to get out of LA during the lockdown because I was in television, as you guys have known. I was in television and film, and they really just closed things down so much and made it so difficult that my business partner and I, the other Elliot, decided he offered me to come out to Miami and take a break. So we came out here, stayed at the Carlisle. My dear friend Liliana manages that. And I ran 4 miles down to the inlet and 4 miles back. And it was June.
Wow.
It was about 100 degrees.
Uh-huh.
And I was
For
wearing
sure.
a 12-pound vest.
Bienvenido.
Wow.
So
Miami. Uh-huh.
yeah.
That's a good
And so when
welcome.
I came back, I took my, I have a reusable water bottle.
Right.
Because I don't believe in the other stuff that pollutes the planet.
Right.
And so I went to a hotel manager and said, do you know where I can fill up my water bottle, please? You guys have a water store here somewhere? And she said, "Que dice water store?"
Very good. Okay.
I'm like, what? You don't know what a water store is? She's like, no, we don't do this. You go to Publix. And I'm like, no, I don't want the polycarbonate plastic, actually. I just want pure water.
Right.
We don't do this. Okay. So I left and went back to Cali and decided that there was a need that needed to be filled here. And I researched, did my study, checked demographics, checked a whole bunch of different things, and reinvented myself and taught myself all I needed to know about water because I drank alkaline water anyway. And I got in my car on December 27th of 2020, landed here on December 31st so I could wake up and start my new life in Miami.
Wow.
January 1st of 2021. By the end of January, we had gotten a space. We're at 2625 Southwest 27th Avenue in Coconut Grove, right up the street from the famous Shell Lumber.
Yeah,
Right.
Right.
Of course.
And I have a 5-year lease
Wow.
and an extension. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
And this place is starting to look absolutely gorgeous. You've been
Thank
posting a lot of pictures, the beautiful epoxy
The
flooring.
epoxy floors.
Blue
or something
epoxy
else.
floor.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
you feel like you're walking on water.
Mhm.
This
Oh.
is the whole thing. we emphasize purity and pure water
Okay.
because most people don't really get it. I turned 61 in March.
It was a 41. You turned
plus
41
one.
in March.
Yeah, God
Okay,
bless you.
gotcha.
God
41 in
bless
March.
I'm 29. So.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I'm 19. So
and I'm a long distance cyclist and a CrossFit freak. So I'm of the belief that it's not how long you live, it's how long you live well.
Okay.
Okay.
love that.
And I have an Audi sports car. I'm not going to put in cheap gas.
No.
You don't do that because it
Right.
deteriorates the parts and ruins it, right? Well, this is also a high performance vehicle. So I'm not going to put cheap gas in this Lamborghini.
For those of you who can't, because you maybe can't tell because you're just sitting here and we're sort of in bad posture, but this is a very, very fit man.
Oh, you have no idea.
Extremely fit man. And I was surprised when I learned your age when you walked in. So good on you there. But yeah, you can tell that you walk the walk here. This isn't just a gimmick or a sales pitch because
No, this
I mean
is
the
my
cycling
lifestyle.
you do and you can see under here you're pretty you're in better shape than I am. That's for sure.
My guns aren't like that.
And you
but
got a few years on me now. Now, so tell us, I don't know that much about alkaline water.
Okay.
Okay. And I don't know who I'm sitting next to about, a bunch of,
I think we have
brought this
LaCroix over
plastic
there.
polycarbonate water bottle in
Yeah,
here.
it's okay.
What are the advantages of alkaline water? Why should we be drinking it? And then maybe you can tell us a bit more about Pure Water Factory and
Sure.
what you're doing with it.
Well, the science is this. Every living organism and human beings and animals all rely on a pH balance. If you have more acidic, if you are less than, okay, the EPA,
Mhm.
they set a standard that every city, their water is supposed to be at 7.0, but most are not.
The 7.0 is neutral,
The
correct?
neutral
Okay,
zone,
gotcha.
correct. So
What
if you
are they
go-
mostly at if it's not 7.0? Is it higher or lower?
Well, you want it to be higher.
Okay.
Because if your body is at more of an alkaline base, you're less open to receiving cancers
Okay.
and
Okay.
diabetes and
Okay.
all of the other things that find their way when your body is too acidic.
Got it.
You hear of people that don't smoke and don't drink and all these things, and all of a sudden they end up with cancers.
Right.
It's probably because of their life. Unfortunately, it's the lifestyle or possibly the water that they've been drinking.
Hmm.
Gotcha.
We already know what happened in Michigan and how
Right.
many other
That's
cities
true.
is like this.
Mhm.
So the human body, men are 70% water, 72% water. Women are a little bit more. Your lungs, your brain, your heart, all the vital organs and those things sit in about 80% of water.
Right.
Right. You can only live 3 days without water, 7 days without food.
Okay.
Okay. So I would suspect that if you want to keep yourself healthy and live a long life and be productive, you always hear hydrate, hydrate,
Right,
hydrate.
right.
And then you see people go and drink these plastic bottles of water after they go running and exercising and just glug, 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 because it's just been purified through a little reverse osmosis system. But then it's been sitting on a shelf for how long?
Yeah.
It's not good
And-
for you.
Correct.
I have to say this. So I've always just looked. Water's water to me. Before I met you here, and I'm learning. But I will say this, that I heard this someone say one time, that if you're ever feeling off
Mhm.
for whatever reason, you just
Mhm.
don't feel right, you just drink a glass of water, and you'd be, even if you're not thirsty, just drink a glass of water, and that's probably it. You're probably a little dehydrated. You didn't realize it. Drink some water, and let me tell you something. It has changed my life, because that's exactly what I do. Just throughout the day, I won't be thirsty. Just I have a little headache or something. I drink force down water, and I feel better. So we know water is crucial, but I
Mhm.
never thought about, okay, the pH balance of water or the quality of the water.
And on a cellular level,
Okay.
so your body, it activates also because alkaline activates your body is in positive and negative ions as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
So those things all get activated. Alkaline water helps with keeping you lubricated in your joints. Just a variety of benefits to it.
Okay.
Right now, there's a few people that I know that have cancer, unfortunately, and their doctors tell them drink alkaline water.
Interesting.
And very interesting.
Absolutely.
So, and essentially Pure Water Factory
Mhm.
is going to be supplying us with alkaline water.
Pure Water Factory, we have a state-of-the-art water purification system. and it provides the cleanest drinking water. It's free of all impurities such as toxins, bacteria, chemicals, heavy metals, harmful gases, and suspended solids. And it reduces the concentration of particulate matter that you find. It minimizes the chance of waterborne diseases. And Pure Water Factory uses a natural remineralization process. And we do that to achieve a 9.5 pH balance. And it's oxygenized. And we also, what we're doing special is our water is passing through UV light.
Okay.
Nobody's ever really done that. You've heard of reverse osmosis,
Okay.
but that's why we have a state-of-the-art system.
Okay.
Because the RNA and the DNA of bacteria can only be broken down by ultraviolet light scientifically, right? They use it in hospitals, airplanes, and everything else. So reverse osmosis is wonderful. It takes a lot of the metals and all those kinds of things, the fluorides and other things that you don't need in the water. And because the city water is disinfected, right? But it's disinfected with a product called chloramine.
Okay.
Chloramine is chlorine and ammonia.
Ooh.
When was the last
Delicious.
time you woke up in the morning and took a shot of chlorine and ammonia and said, "Oh, I feel
At
like
least
$1
a
million
week ago.
bucks."
I did that this
Right,
morning, but
right.
it's all right. Yeah.
So, you want to.
We do have a little bit of an audience, by the way, and she's laughing.
Yeah, let's a little shout out to Abby.
Abby,
We have a live
hi,
studio
Abby.
audience.
Abby Hernandez,
Oh, we do have
Elemental
to-
Living.
Elemental Living, and Elemental Living. That's right. You just opened a business, right? Well, we're gonna have you on the show at some point. We didn't mean to interrupt you, Elliot,
Oh,
but
no,
we
no.
do need to make a quick acknowledgement of our producer today, Ilian. Ilian, thank you for helping us out today.
Thank you, Ilian.
Our executive producer Andres is off this afternoon, but please continue. And then I want to hear a little bit about your active lifestyle, because there's a lot that you're doing right now
Oh, yeah.
to keep yourself healthy, to be in physically great shape. One of those is the Dolphins Challenge, right? It's coming up.
The Dolphins Cancer Challenge.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's going to be over at the Hard Rock Stadium out
Yep.
here. And there's different rides. There's there's 5K walks. There's 10 mile, 35 mile, 50 mile, and 100-mile ride.
Wow.
I was going to do the 100, but I thought I'd need an extra day of recovery. And because I'm opening my store right now, I
Right.
didn't want to be out of the work so long, because I did the AIDS ride in California.
Okay.
And that was San Francisco to Los Angeles, 545 miles, 7 days straight.
Wow.
So I
Wow.
chose the 50-mile this time.
Wow.
And we're raising money for awareness and for care of cancer patients.
Amazing.
Yeah.
My team is comprised of myself and Abby.
Hey, Abby. Thanks for riding. Well, it's really cool because Tony Gomez, who was here with us last week, Uncle Tony G, Health Insurance, he's also doing the Dolphins Cancer Challenge.
Oh, fantastic.
So he's going to, and I'll be riding with him and hopefully our office is there at some point,
Sweet.
and it's just such amazing opportunity. But aside from that, you do so much with the Coconut Grove Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
I believe this past December, you had two incredible things going on. One of them was you lit up Main Highway with blue lights.
Yes.
It was absolutely gorgeous. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, that was the Business Improvement District.
Oh, it was?
Actually, who was in charge of that, and that's Cynthia Seymour.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
thank you,
But
Cynthia, for
I
doing a
work
great
in
job.
tandem. We work in tandem because I'm the Chamber of Commerce for Coconut Grove.
Well, what's your role with the Coconut Grove Chamber?
I am the membership director,
Wow. Okay.
the treasurer,
Oh my goodness.
and kind of like vice president, I suspect, because I'm in
Just
charge
taking
of
the
a
role
lot of
on.
events.
Wow.
And just recently, I've been blessed and I was asked to be co-president coming in June.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, quick shout out to any businesses in Coconut Grove. If you're looking to get involved in the Coconut Grove Chamber, this is your guy right here, Mr.
got
Elliot
you.
Durant. Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll be sure to, get your information out there to any, Coconut Grove businesses. And then aside from that, you're also involved in the Coral Gables Chamber of Commerce.
Absolutely.
And
right there.
Look at that. You got the chamber
he's got
pin
the
on
pin.
there.
Got the
You have the pin
chamber.
on there.
Okay.
Yeah. So a little shout out to Mark Drobridge out
That's right.
there.
Mark and
Mark and crew.
Amy Donner.
Amy Donner.
huh?
She is.
So that's
love her.
That's the lady who got me started.
Yeah.
When I first met her, she's like, "You have to join the chamber. It's the best thing for you." And I got to tell you, it's been
It's a stellar chamber. It really is.
it was
Gables
a
Chambers.
catapult jumping ground
Yeah.
for me.
That's cool.
From
That's
there, I
nice.
got to everybody, and I got to meet this young man.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right, and then I did the Illuminate through Amy.
Yes, she
That's
did.
how that happened.
Okay, that's so cool. Well, I mean, I remember that I had gotten this email from you. We'd sent it to Fireflies that illuminate Coral Gables, and I see this email and it says, "Hi, I'm Elliot. I just moved to the area and I'm looking to get involved." I remember what I said. I said, "Elliot, I'll just see you Friday night. Just show up." And you were there consistently every Friday night through February and March while Illuminate was going on. And you were on the very front pedicab every single time. And just for any of our viewers, Illuminate Coral Gables was a large public art exhibition, museum quality,
Absolutely.
that took place this past 2021 in Coral Gables. It was light and technology, a series of projections through Coral Gables and kinetic art projects. The main component was Fireflies. And Fireflies were designed by world-renowned artist Saiguo Cheng. And I had the absolute honor of being the volunteer coordinator. And if it had not been for Illuminate, you and I probably wouldn't be sitting in this room today.
That's correct.
And I cannot begin to express the gratitude that I have for you and our art curators at Fun Collaboratives for all the help that you provided us. One of my favorite stories during Illuminate, and then I want to come back to more of the chamber involvement, was one night I had you on the front pedicab and I had my dad on the pedicab right behind you. And every 5 minutes, and we had a big loop. Every 5 minutes, they come flying by. You guys were going 20 miles an hour on those things and they're heavy. And then I get on the pedicab with my dad and he passed you. We get on Alhambra Circle and he races you down Alhambra and he passes you. And my dad says to me at the end of the night, he goes, "Never put Elliot in front of me again. I can't keep up with him." And you rode 20 miles that night, if not more.
Yeah, we did a consistent pretty much 17, 18 miles every Friday night because a lot of people come in and volunteer for an hour or something like that.
Right.
But I committed.
Yeah, you did.
This.
You did commit to it.
So it started at 6, ended at 9 or 10, right? Or
yeah,
whatever.
That's about right.
So beginning to end.
Good man.
Yeah,
Good man.
I did all the miles. I didn't care. And he'd come flying by on a scooter a couple of times. The Vespa. I'd hear and he'd come pulling up on the left side of me, and he's like, "Slow down." And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Look behind you," and I look. Uh-oh, where'd they go? And I dropped like 13 pedicabs.
Yeah, he would fly.
Well,
Abby's like, "What?" We knew he was capable of it.
If you have Nick's dad, Ralph, and you guys are cyclists, and I know his dad. I mean, that scene in Days of Thunder where they're racing the rental cars, and then in the hospital they're racing the wheelchairs. I can just picture that, and I'm sure the people in the pedicab loved it.
We didn't take riders this past year.
Oh,
people did like watching it. It was funny.
Okay,
it was funny.
Still a lot of fun.
And I was riding with a whistle, and I had music on in front of mine, and
he was great.
Yeah, I was like a riding party.
Yeah.
What kind of bike do you have when you're a cyclist? So
yeah.
What kind of bike do you have?
I have a Massey.
Nice.
Enzo, so
it's beautiful.
Very cool.
Yes.
And what does your dad ride?
He rides a gorgeous specialized Roubaix, all black. Oh, what a pretty bike. He knows it. He knows that I love it.
Okay.
And if he's watching, I'm sure he's commenting right now. But he does have some gorgeous bikes there at the house.
Very cool.
Elliot, again, coming back to Coconut Grove.
Yes, sir. This
past December, you hosted a gala. Is that correct?
Yeah. So Joseph Brown, shout out to my dear friend Joseph Brown, councilman of the Coconut Grove Village Council. And he and I wanted to put on an event, a gala event, so that we could raise toys for the children in the West Grove. Because they just don't get what, it's very akin to like a Liberty City and Apala, so they're not getting what everybody else really gets. And that bothers us. So we threw this big event, and thank you to Prince, the general manager of the Hard Rock Cafe Miami. He came through for us and many other people. They sponsored all the food and the drinks, and they brought hundreds of toys for us as well. But during that event, we were able to garner almost 500 toys.
Wow.
And 2 days later, we went and dropped 100 in Little Haiti. And then we came to 37th Avenue on Douglas Road, and we sat in front of the fish store and the hair salon, and we gave out another 300 toys to the neighborhood, to the children.
Wow.
And then Commissioner Russell and Mrs. Gibson were in Varick Park, and we went and dropped off another 100 over there.
So you're very involved in the community,
Yeah.
right? Was it like this on the West Coast for you? Were you also involved in your community in the West Coast? Was it different? Was the culture different? Tell me about that.
I've been involved all the time.
Mhm.
My mother is a social worker.
Okay.
She opened up the battered women's homes in New York and did that for 30 some odd years. Many nights I'd come home and find somebody in my home with children, and she would just feed them and then get them to a shelter.
Mhm.
So I learned giving back, and my father's side of the family is all ministers.
Okay.
So I believe that most people don't want to give a little extra time or step out of themselves to help their community,
Mhm.
but your community surrounds you and you're a part of your community.
Amen.
So why
Yeah.
not love them like you do everybody else?
There you go.
Absolutely.
Because
There
we're
you
all
go.
brothers and sisters.
That's right.
At the end of the day.
That's right.
And I'm not I don't believe in exclusivity, especially in 2022.
Right.
How about some inclusivity?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are not willing to step up and speak out because of the ramifications possibly of it, or to take the time and the effort because, oh, I'm not getting paid. Just briefly, I did this in Los Angeles. I was a councilman out there
Really?
for 10 years.
In
LA?
Oh yeah, I was.
Wow.
I was on the board for the city of Tarzana, and then I was the emergency preparedness chairman and public safety chairman.
This Renaissance man.
We got the best
I said
guest
this
for our
I
second
said this
episode.
before we went on. I'm like, this guy. I just, I'm getting to know him, and you just one thing after another. You're a very interesting person here.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
So tell us about your.
Yeah, so I was on the steering committee for
Okay.
the emergency management department for the city of Los Angeles.
Okay.
So we teach people how to survive earthquakes and fires and all this.
Right.
So I want to just, and while I was there, I was able to get funding for a playground for a park when nobody else would do it. And it's because they're just like, well, they told us no. No is the beginning of a conversation, right?
I like that answer.
Yeah.
No is the beginning
Yeah.
of a conversation.
So I called the Department of Parks, and everybody I spoke to said, well, that's not I said, thank you. Oh, thank you for your help. Can I speak to your boss, please? And by the time I was done, I got to the superintendent of parks. And then he appreciated how I was a little pushy, I guess. And he moved us to the top of the list.
Wow.
And I found out that councilmen, when they leave, and like commissioners right now, certain of them, I won't mention names, but when people leave office, they have a fund of money that they're allowed to use that leaves a bit of a legacy for them. And so I went after two of them and got $256,000 and got the park planned and paid for and built and open in 18 months. And on Christmas Eve, kids had a brand new park to go to and playground.
Amazing, Elliot.
And it's still there. And my son asked me, Daddy, why do you do all these things? How much are they paying you? And I said, they're not paying me with money, son. What? And I said, but look, you see all the parents and the kids, don't they look happy? He goes, of course, they've got a brand new. I said, that is my payment.
Amazing.
Interesting.
That's
Could
truly-
you see yourself, the public eye, doing as an elected official or in some capacity as a public servant here, maybe running for something one day?
After I've had my store up and running for a couple of years, please. Oddly enough, I've already been approached.
Really?
I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
Because you'd be great for it.
There's some
You
people.
would.
There's some
You would.
people leaving office right now because they've termed out. But
Okay.
I can't do that yet.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Maybe one
You're in Miami?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I just want to give back to community, and there's a lot of people that don't know how to get.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
like Councilman Brown and then I and a few other people and Grant actually. And,
Oh, Grant did walk in a few minutes ago.
Yeah, he and a bunch of people are on this coalition where we're trying to help the West Grove learn about financial literacy
Amazing.
and how to help them keep their homes and not have it all taken away. And this regentrification just eliminate that neighborhood of Caribbean people, which I am.
Right.
You got to keep us up to date on this stuff, man. It's amazing what you're doing in our community. And having just lived here for such a short time already, you
A
have
year.
have become a truly
Just slow down because you're making the rest of us a little
Yeah, a truly influential public figure. I want to take a minute and just to check out some of our comments here on the screen.
Yeah.
We got a couple viewers up there. Oh, it's up to 6 million. Hey, we got Steve
Oh, we did-
Bradley checking us out over here now. Look at that. Steve Bradley
Need the
needs some
beers
beers
on
on
the
that table.
table?
I think they were hiding under the table.
Let me just say, I want to say something real quick to Steve.
Go ahead, please.
So the first time we were in the studio, we were on Steve's show.
Yeah, that was
It's an
fun.
awesome show, Restaurant Dudes. And they had these really awesome craft beers and IPAs and stuff because they're connoisseurs. So I wanted to make a point, Steve, to get a very fine beer myself. I don't know if you've ever had this. It's hard to find. It's in every grocery store and gas station on the planet. It's called Modelo, and it's really it's exotic, and I think you should try it. So
It's in every
wanted
store
to
in Los
recommend
Angeles.
something you probably haven't had.
I hadn't had it until today.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's-
wow.
Yeah, mine's over there.
It's very hard to find.
No.
It's not very popular.
And they make it in a light and a dark.
That's right.
That's
So,
right.
but now that we're talking about Steve, Tony and I do have to share, how grateful we are that he brought us on his episode. Because we walked out of the studio that day and I looked at you and I said, Tony, we need to do this too. Let's have a show called In the City.
Exactly.
And
We were
here we
also
are.
drunk.
No, we weren't going to say
We were
that.
also drunk.
Lola told us not to say that on screen. So, but by the way, and speaking of Lola, I think she's up there too. Look, I see Paola.
Hey, babe.
And
let's
thank
see.
you, Steve, or else I wouldn't have been here.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much. That's
One
true.
more thing about Steve. Steve.
Oh, this is true.
Yes.
Yes.
So we wanted a little shout out to Steve because at the last commission meeting in the Gables, Clutch Burger was mentioned both by staff and Mayor Lago, and in a very, very good light because Clutch Burger is doing some great work giving back to the city of Coral Gables,
Thank
the residents. And and since Steve's got here, he's been doing this through Clutch and personally. But they got some really nice recognition. And if we have the clip, we should show. If we don't, everyone should check out the last commission meeting.
Oh, that kid.
Because Clutch Burger is doing some great work. So I just want to say, good on you. Good on you, Steve and Clutch.
We'll have to. I think I have the here on my phone. I'll pull it up in a little
Wait,
bit.
what was it?
Well, I'm going to tell you about that
What
now.
was
All
that?
right. So before you put it back up on the screen, we want to mention something about Elliot here. Not only is Elliot extremely influential in our community, and not is he giving back, but he's also an actor. And I'm sure many of you, if there's any Trekkies out there, will recognize this gentleman from Star Trek Next Generation. Let's go ahead and put the picture there up on the screen. Elliot, we got to hear about this, man. And I also want to know if you still have this costume. That's you in Star Trek Next Generation.
No, the only thing I do have is the badge. The uniform actually was on display in the Warner Brothers Costume Museum.
Yes.
Or someplace like that. One of those costume museums, because I walked by and I saw it and I said, oh, that's mine.
Well, I'm going to let the Trekkie over here
so
take leadership on this.
I've been sort of pinching myself this whole time, trying to not just delve into this too, because I am a huge Trekkie, and as is my wife. I think we've been through the entire series 6 or 7 times. I'm not kidding. So every episode, and when I saw your photo there, I recognized you instantly.
So did Andres.
I really did. I didn't
our
know
executive
the name.
producer.
I did. I just remember. I know the face, and so I could spend. We could do 3.
I was on the
episodes.
bridge a lot.
Yes, I would have to be
So
picking
cool.
your brain apart about that whole experience. But if there's any stories you want to share about it, go for it. And because also I don't want to. I mean, you were on Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
And you were in Blade.
Nutty
Yeah.
Professor.
Nutty Professor, the first one, yes. I did a little tiny show called ER.
Yeah, the little show ER.
Yeah,
Well,
did
we
that.
had
Ambulance driver.
I drove the ambulance for
Okay.
9 years, and I also the last season or 2 I played a character called Paramedic Anders.
Okay.
And that happened just because I was working on the show, and they were upset about the people that they had to keep driving the ambulance
Okay.
because they weren't very good at it.
Oh.
And I just happened to, closed mouth doesn't get fed. So I
Very
spoke
true.
up.
Very true.
And I said, why don't you guys hire, did you ever think about getting a real precision driver to drive this? And they're like, yeah, if we could find one. I said, well, there's one here on the set right now. Where?
So you said Trekkies are a special breed. We know this.
Oh,
And
yeah.
people still to this day
Mhm.
reach out to you. They email you.
I've done conventions.
You did,
Oh,
nice.
gosh.
I did 2 of
That's
those.
so cool.
And they know everything about your character.
Oh,
right?
They tell me the episode I walked backwards when the warp drive got hit and
And
all
you
that.
don't remember your character's name. You said.
I can't even remember my ensign name.
I
It's
love it.
terrible. It was so many years ago, but
Yeah.
and they come dressed in their own costumes, and they're just they eat, drink, and sleep the show.
Oh man,
It's
How is the set?
fantastic.
What's the Enterprise D set like? The bridge.
Phenomenal.
Really?
It takes up a whole stage.
Okay.
almost that and the warp drive room. But I think Star Trek had 4 stages to fit all of it in.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you got to meet Patrick Stewart. Obviously, you worked with him. You worked with the main cast.
Oh yeah,
Brent
Brent
Spiner
and
Jonathan
Frakes and
wow,
John Frakes. Sorry, I shouldn't call him Frakes.
Our next guest would have
LeVar,
to live up to this.
LeVar, Marina, of course. You know, I did
Troy.
I went and did
one of
the
my first crushes.
yeah, that's who I did.
Deanna Troy.
Oh yeah. And then what was the young boy's name?
Wesley.
Wesley, yeah.
Oh, you are a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, trust me.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I probably know his lines better than he does at this point.
My
This
dad's
is
got
awesome.
these.
I'm fanboying out here.
My dad's got these professional Star Trek costumes,
Oh.
and it fits me now. And it's over like 20 years old, and
Wonderful.
I'm dying to put it on for a Halloween.
Well, you should
Okay.
have worn it for this episode.
I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it on our Halloween episode, and I'm gonna wear it in honor of this guy right here.
Good man.
And that's
Yeah.
why you saw the picture earlier of me on Generations with all that makeup,
Right.
because I wanted to be in it. And they said that, well, you know, you're too recognizable. We can't. And then they came up with that.
And
They said,
Generations
would
was
you-
the movie with oh god, I'm like the original Kirk
Yes.
is
Yeah.
back, and there's the time
Yep.
travel. Right.
Yep. Will was
And I
there.
forget the great British actor who wanted to fire the rocket to whatever to disrupt the space time thing
Oh,
and trap
right.
Kirk one place or the other.
Yes.
So yeah, that was
Yes.
that was one of the better TNG movies that they made, and so you were in it.
Yeah.
We actually
Very
have some
cool.
questions from some
Oh,
viewers. What was the craziest thing you've seen a fan do at a convention? Let's make this relate to you and Star Trek.
The craziest thing was probably just running up to one of the actors and throwing their arms around them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a little scary.
To Marina, actually.
Oh gosh.
oh really?
Yeah. And she, you know, poor thing. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Well,
but no,
I would've
they're.
picked Marina
I have
too,
to say
though.
that there were that crowd is pretty. They understand,
They respect the distance.
and they were pretty
That's
cool.
good.
Yeah, you didn't get too much of that stuff.
I think I saw this viral clip one time at one of these conventions, and Patrick Stewart was there, and he's doing his Picard thing, and then some Trekkie proposed to his then to be fiance right there in front of Patrick Stewart, and
Not
he did the
surprised.
whole thing, and then I guess he had Patrick Stewart sort of officiate over the proposal, and then at the end he says engaged like that.
Oh, I
After they got
love it.
married,
I
which
love
was,
it.
the viral thing. I thought was pretty cute.
we got another
Wonderful.
question here.
Yeah.
From the wonderful Lola.
Oh.
Oh.
Are you kidding me, Elliot? An actor as well. Is there anything you can't do?
Accessing database.
Actually,
Accessing database. Yes.
hit me up.
I have a pretty varied past. Yeah. So
That's amazing, man.
I've delved into so many different things. Yeah, like even this water thing that I'm doing now is I recreated myself
It's amazing, man.
at the age of 60 and learned about all that I needed to know
Mhm.
to make this thing a success.
Well, when is Pure Water Factory? What's the timeline? When do you feel like you're going to be up and running? Because you just got a truck yesterday, which is super cool.
Yeah, because
That's
we're doing
exciting.
delivery.
And you've got some job postings.
Yes, sir.
So if
Yep.
anybody's watching and looking for a job opportunity, Elliot here is hiring.
Send an email to delivery at oh, he wants that. Delivery at purewaterfactorymiami.com.
Cool. And so what do you think? When are you going to have a grand opening?
Well, we're doing a soft opening and we're opening in 10 days.
You're opening in 10 days?
February 1st is the grand opening day for us.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yep.
My mother's birthday. It's a very lucky day.
Oh,
Well,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
coming, right? We're going to be there.
oh, absolutely.
Oh, that'd be so exciting.
yeah.
Abby, you'll be there?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So February
I hope
1st,
so.
grand opening.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And you've never seen anything like our store in Miami. So when you walk into the store, the first thing you see a huge filtration machine that's behind this huge glass and everything. And it takes up an 8x8 room almost. And you can see all the remineralization tanks and the ultraviolet light tubes and everything that's there.
That's so cool.
And then you'll see how it gets pumped and it's sent across the room through the pipes. And then I have a complete fill station
Okay.
where it's a stainless steel fill station and it has 3 faucets for ultra pure clean water and then 4 for alkaline. So you can self-serve yourself if you don't want us to serve for you. Come in, because if you have a water bottle, where are you going to fill your water bottle up usually?
Yeah.
At the tap, or go to the supermarket and buy one of these bottles and pour it back in your bottle.
Right.
Okay, so now we're gonna try to reduce the plastic on the planet and also get people to drink better water.
You should get one of those Krispy Kreme signs like it says hot donuts, but you have cool water and it's always lit. So people on the street know that you have cool water. You can come in and
Well,
get,
actually, the sign above my building says pure water.
There you go. Nice.
I think we are a little short on time here.
Okay.
boy.
So we want to take a quick minute to talk about some of the things that are happening in the city this weekend.
Yes, sir.
First of all, quick reminder to everybody, we have the Coral Gables Farmers Market this Saturday from 8 to 2 p.m., 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Cool farmers market. This is very special to me. I'm sure it's special to Tony. It's been around for almost 20 years now, I think. And great opportunity to go get some fresh fruits and
Long time,
vegetables,
yeah.
to take a look at some local vendors.
It was packed.
It was packed on this past Saturday.
Yeah.
There's one in Coconut Grove.
Yep.
Go
We
ahead.
have the big one is on Grand Avenue. It's open on Saturdays. And then there's the artisanal market, which
Very
is
cool.
at St. Joseph's Episcopal Church. That's on Friday nights and Sunday day. And all of it is free for people to walk into.
Wow, how cool is that?
Yeah.
Well, and then keep an eye out because we're going to be working on a really cool makers market in Coral Gables, and I'm working on that with Bay 13.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's going to be starting in February. We're working on the Clutch Crawl.
That's right.
That's going to be fun. Steve Bradley
Mhm.
will be hosting the Clutch Crawl out of Clutchburger. Save the date's coming. It'll be sometime in April.
Right?
And tune in every Thursday at 3 p.m. to check out some really cool things that we're going to be doing with Resource City. We're going to be doing hopefully with Elliot,
Mhm.
and you're in the chambers and all that. You can count on me to help you with anything.
Thank you.
Um,
And if I could just mention, there's February 12th,
Okay.
the MISO, Miami Symphony Orchestra,
Oh, okay.
is playing for free. So everybody is welcome to come.
Nice.
Very cool.
Please. It is sponsored by the Business Improvement District and the Chamber of Commerce from Coconut Grove.
Great.
All 80 pieces will be there February 12th, Saturday night, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. in beautiful Peacock Park.
Very cool.
And you will be able to
Nice.
get a chance to taste pure water.
Amazing. Bruh. Thank
Yeah.
you for that. Be sure to follow Elliot at Pure Water Factory on
That's right.
Instagram.
Yes, please. And also, we'll be doing free delivery for
Oh.
people.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to come to the store to buy the water.
Oh,
Right. We're going to have an app that's
Okay.
being developed right now as we speak.
Okay.
very cool.
You'll be able to go to your app and it's Pure Water Factory. You'll be able to put your information in there, log in, put your credit card information, and set up what day you want delivered and at what time, just like, any other company. But now it's boutique and it's also local.
Very
So
cool.
shop local
Residential,
get you-
commercial, you deliver anywhere.
everywhere.
5-gallon.
5-gallon. And also we're
Water
doing
course.
3-gallon because some people
just make
can't
it
lift a
nice.
5-gallon.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Goodbye, whoever.
And if you,
someone that
Crystal?
we use. There you go. Crystal.
Crystal.
Thunder.
I
I
garbage.
almost told you to bring one of those jugs and just put it on the table. So
Right.
And also, see, and if you were to go to the supermarket and try to buy alkaline water, right, in the bottle, the gallon at Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, or whatever those stores are, whichever you were trying to buy it, you're going to spend $5.49, $5.79 for a gallon of alkaline
And
water.
the process
Wow.
is inferior to yours. We talked about that.
And it's stored in a plastic bottle.
Right.
You don't know where it was made and when it was made.
Right.
Whereas where ours is made because it's right there in the city of Coconut Grove, made fresh
That's
every
right.
day. We make 4,500 gallons a day.
wow.
And how about half the price? So it's only $3 for alkaline and $2 for ultra pure for a gallon.
Wow. Amazing.
I love
And if
it.
you buy 4 or 5-gallon bottles, the delivery is free, no charge.
Listen, you got two clients right
Got
here.
us.
All those
Sold,
people that are
Elliot.
watching, you guys are all going to be clients now. We've got 11 viewers, 8 viewers. I can't see that. 8 viewers. Thank you. Hey guys, let's take a selfie. Let's take a,
Okay.
a restore, in the city selfie so we can post it later. Tony, in there with us?
Nice.
All right. That's that, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Again, we'll be here every Thursday at 3 p.m. I'm Nicholas Cabrera, your co-host, and
Tony Gold.
we'll see you in the city. And
Long live local.
long
Hashtag.
Yeah.
hashtag long live vocal.
Thank you for the support, everybody.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Abby, we'll see you around town.
See ya.
We'll see you guys next
Forward
week.
to hydrating this entire community.